The ESET Cup Series 2023 continued at the Slovakia ring. This time only GT cars competing on the circuit, located 30 minutes from Bratislava. The track, a 5.9 kilometre long, 23 metres height difference, and the rest of the field could be seen here at the Slovakian circuit in June. Well, the ESET Cup Series features many different categories, and the whole field will reunite in Brno. Well, penultimate round, round 5, the Slovakia ring. Michel Marek, the series coordinator here.
A lot of drivers, they learn. A lot of drivers, they are better than they were in the beginning of the season, and we can see the big potential for the next years.
Well, the Slovakia ring very pleased with this year's event. They missed the TCR cars.
For us, it is the 14th season to run a Grand Prix of Slovakia, and this is the biggest and the largest event in Slovakia in terms of automotive racing. So we are having here more than 130 cars from 8 different countries in Europe. So this is a great challenge for everyone. We used to have more than 200 cars usually. This time it's 130, but the grid in terms of what we see for the D4 category, where the GT car, GT3 cars, D5 classes, that's the biggest ever we had so far. So very successful for us this team. We do a little bit miss the TCR cars, but we had them during the track race event in June, so we couldn't have twice the same race cup.
So no TCR cars in August, but lots of GT cars. But the Slovakia ring being hit by hot weather for the third weekend here in August. More than 30 cars on the grid, braving the heat. Numerous overtakings, lots of action throughout the weekend. Let's look into the first GT race. While the cars were getting ready, the spectators enjoying the air show, and after qualifying it was Mikolasco and Skokobol who started from the first row.
Clean race. Hopefully no accidents on the track, no red flags. Just want to bring it from P1 to the end.
Well, it was Konopka and Salaquada who were on the second row.
The qualifying was not really good. When we put the new tires, we had a red flag, and then I had no free lap, so we were quite disappointed. I had no luck, and we were a little bit disappointed, but we are quite okay. We are second line.
And further behind, but not too far, Stefan Rosina and Jakub Galas.
We are now in the top spot with all the fastest guys. So start will be crucial, and then also will be crucial how we will be able to overtake the cars that we will gonna be lapping, because they are much slower. So it's about luck, but let's see.
I would like to repair some of the damage my alternator failure gave me in terms of championship points, because having a car failure in P1 it's unfortunate, but all weekend here I'm on pace and I'm aiming for victory.
Well, Mikolasco took the lead at the start, and it was Salaquada who attempted to challenge the black prototype but fell back and had to settle for third. Skotopol and Mikolasco claimed the lead in the race, and in the GT3 classification it was Mikolasco followed by Salaquada, closely pursued. Konopka, though, had caught up to them with his LMP3 prototype. Pavelec was contending for the GTC title with teammate Galas holding off the GT3 cars driven by Letvila Milota. Letvila and Milota were passing Pavelec and Galas.
I tried to hold on to LMP3 car because of Miro Konopka to catch him, but one hole longer. But it was awesome drive, perfect set up the car from the mechanics and everyone, so it was good.
So in the end, it was Michalasko who emerged as the dominant winner of the ESET GTC race. Salaquada second, followed by Racina. Pavlovic, first place.
I think
in
it was very
GTC.
good. Till this point, we learned a lot. Basically, it's first season for me and Joachim with this car.
Thomas Miniberger won the GTX class in his KTM. Antal Sigo taking another victory in GT4. Skotoptol won the race, followed by Konopka and Michalasko in the LMP3 prototypes.
I knew that Miro is going to be here with the LMP3 car as well, and we had a window in our schedule, so we said, why not, come here, have a race. Quite a lot of people here, which is good to see always. So a nice atmosphere all around. It's not so far away from our country, so nice to be here. I'm happy to see so many people in the race. It's always good to have bigger field in small one.
Saturday evening's endurance race going to be especially exciting because the unchallenged Daytona 24-hour winner Jesse Kroon was on the grid in his BMW M4 GT3.
Tire degradation is going to be a key issue here, so I think it's better to maybe take it easier in the very beginning and then save some tires to the end, and then yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Starting from pole position, Scott Dotto pole maintaining the lead with his LMP prototype, while Jesse Kroon attempted to attack Salaquada into the first corner. Salaquada, though, would suddenly slow down and have to give up due to a difficult and terminal technical issue. Kroon taking over the first place in GT3. Lutvala was chased by Milotta, who quickly overtook him. And Skotopol built a significant lead in the first half of the race. Konopka catching up after the pit stops. And then this contact between Skotopol and Konopka. Konopka continuing in first position, but receiving a 10-second penalty. Skotopol went off the track, and the damage you can see evident. Well, Konopka would win the race overall.
I think was very nice competition here, but a little bit problem with that slow car. It's a Polish slow car. Sometimes was a little bit problem with takeover because the difference for speed is big and a little bit dangerous for some moment.
Well, in GT3, towards the end of the race, Jesse Kroon had built a solid lead, but after the pit stop, Kroon had crossed the white line, and that gave him a 20-second penalty. But he maintained a 25-second lead over Arrow, but eventually Arrow going off the track. Kroon would then win the race.
It was a great day for the team. We also had nice success in the GT4 category, so yeah, really happy for the team. They did a really good job prepping the car, and yeah, we were ready for the endurance race. There's a lot of strong drivers. Always the top is very close, no matter which championship you go to, so it's very competitive. Obviously, it makes it really interesting when there is so many different classes out there to negotiate. So yeah, I mean, it's a strong championship.
Libor Milotta would finish in second place.
We now that we must push all race, and when I go to finish on the last turn, I see that Dan Arrow has problem on the last turn, and I go with him to last turn, and I am happy because I will better on the finish.
Dan Arrow Pitavera classified in third place. In GTC, it was Kolobasa and Vazak who claimed victory. Zigo took the GT4 class win. On Sunday, Konopka and Skotopol started the GT race from the front row. Behind them were the GT3 cars. Korzenovsky and Miloskasko Korbanovsky and Mikolasco with the best starts. However, it was Pavlicek who showed even better pace in the race. Korbanovsky held on to the top spot in GT3 ahead of Mikolasco, and Krone pushing hard to overtake them. Behind them in GTC, Vazek caught up with Pavlicek. Galax moved ahead of Vazek and overtook Pavlicek for the lead in GTC. Peter Mira had spun. Vazek in the end settling for third place. Safety car out now, while Krone couldn't find a way to overtake Mikolasco either. And Skotopol received a 15-second penalty for a false start procedure. And despite that, Skotopol able to build a comfortable lead over Konopka.
Competition, a lot of very good car. Of course, if the difference between car is bigger and it's only 2-3 partner in one class, it's not a fight. Now was 7-8 cars in every class, every groups. It was more fights, but I think all was very correct and no problem.
Well, Korbanovsky took overall honours in GT3, followed by Mikolasco and Jesse Krone.
Always the top 5 is very, very tight. There's very good drivers here, and that was clear. Like, I really had to fight for everything that we achieved this weekend. So it's a strong field, and there's 40 cars out there in different categories. So obviously there's a lot to think about out there.
In GTC, the win went to Joachim Gallas. GTX, the win, Thomas Miniberger and Antal Zigo in GT4.
Nagyon jó volt a verseny hangulatában.
Well, the atmosphere of the race was very good. I had a good time. I found the drivers I could fight fairly with. I enjoyed. In the end of the race, the organisers, with many positive experiences on reflection, a good day out, especially for those that finished on the rostrum.
It's kind of our home track from the organization point of view, because we do the cooperation directly with the racetrack. And yeah, it's successful. The weather is nice, but it's quite hot, so it's not easy for the teams and also for the drivers, but they are doing well. Our last race of the season, the 6th race, will be in Czech Republic in Brno, which is a well-known racetrack from MotoGP mainly. And we do all the categories, as also here in Slovakia Ring. So we have 5 main categories and plus the endurance race. So the big GT cars and the endurance race.
Well, in the last race in Brno, we can see the TCR field returning. Mato Homola expected to be there, and he could win that TCR Eastern European Championship. Kaja currently second in the championship, followed by Kircher, and you can see the field at the FIA F4 Championship as well in the Czech Republic. Franco leading the series there, followed by Isha and Sauter.
A lot of very good car. See you in Brno in this last race in ESET Cup, and I hope a lot of spectators will come and will be a nice race.